Hey everybody, Thursday, May 21. We're going to get right into the workout. At the very top of the board, we have our nutrition progression. If you have questions about how to move into that sustainable, successful nutrition plan, reach out anytime. You'll see a phone number and an email in the description of these YouTube videos. Volume today, 5 stations. You're going to stay at a station till you complete it. These numbers are minimums. Station 1, 40 half burpees to an overhead press. Number two, 125 push-ups. You can vary your hands, rest as needed, of course, on your knees. But when you do push-ups, you are not allowed to be on your knees. If you struggle with even doing one push-up, I can show you how you can still get to 125 without being on your knees by just controlling the depth. Station 3, 60 weight-held jump squats. Station 4, 150 power-up flutter kicks. Station 5, 100 skull grip rows, and then when we're done with all 5 stations, a 5-minute mix in place with jumping jacks, high knees, and burpees. Just mix it up for 5 minutes minimum. If you've got good endurance, try for 10. Let's go over the whole thing now. Okay, group, so you're going to need some weight for this workout. I'm going to use a sand kettlebell that I've built. Station 1, we're going to go half burpee to overhead press. Let's talk about the half burpee first. You got to keep your feet wide. We're gonna place our palms down and jump back to what becomes push-up position. But when we hit the ground with our feet, our arms stay locked. We don't cave in at all. And then we return jump to an overhead press. I'm going to use this sand bell. So you want to make sure that when you return jump, the weight that you're going to pick up needs to be in between your toes. That's an important coaching point here. You don't want it to be out in front of you where it's hard to pick up and now you have to arch your back. You want it underneath you, in between the bottom of your shoelaces, in between your toes. So when I put my hands down, I'm going to put them down in front of the bag a good 10 to 12 inches. Half burpee, hips down, shoulders up to an overhead press, put it down, reach in front, half burpee, return, overhead press. Half burpee, return, overhead press, half burpee, return, overhead press. Sorry, I'm disturbing Duke, he's trying to take a nap. Station 2, 125 push-ups. I told you I'd show you how to do them, even if you can't do one push-up. If you can't do a single push-up, just make sure you stay off of your knees and at least create an upper locked arm plank. Then, when you try to attempt push-ups, unlock your elbows and go down 1 inch. Once you do that, you'll trigger your upper back and your triceps. Lock out. Down, lock out. Literally feel your arms snap back into a locked position. If you can have more depth in your push-up, go as low as you can. Return to locked out arms. You can rest on your knees as needed. You can do close grip, regular, wide, and of course, feet up with your hands down. That'll be for your upper chest. Or hands up with your feet down for your lower chest. Station 3. Let's just demonstrate a couple of those push-ups. If your feet are up a little bit, again, you are on a down angle. It's going to be for your upper chest. You can still put your hands in different spots, whether it be a neutral, regular position, together underneath your chest in a diamond, or wide. Same thing on up angle push-ups. Now you're working the bottom of your chest, and you can change your hand's position. The wider your hands are, the more on the outside edges of the chest you begin to train. If you want your chest to get wider, work wider. If you want the center of your chest to get more built or toned or stronger, work closer. So you can attack your chest in this fashion, and you can attack your chest on angles with your feet and hands for upper or lower. So you can work horizontal and vertical. A standard regular push-up on the ground kind of does a little bit of everything. Station number 3, 60 weight held jump squats. You're going to be tired coming off of station number 1. That's okay, that's the whole point. Give your arms a break, however, and hold the weight on your chest, maybe in a cradled position like this. If you still want to trigger upper body, hold it more out here in a steering wheel position. But let's get some weight held and let's go through some jump squats. Now we've got to make our way to 60. Maybe what you'll do is you'll break them up into sets of 6 and you'll rest and you'll shake it out and you'll chop away. Just remember when you do jump squats to absorb the landing, get your toes down, get your heels down, and then immediately bend your knees and sink at the hips. Nice and smooth. Land soft. Don't tilt forward too much. Always look straight ahead. If you look at this black bar behind me, I'm not going to cross that with the tip of my nose because I'm not going to tilt forward. Take away bending from here. Put it all in your ankles and your knees. Lots of movement in those 2 joints. Station 4, power up flutter kicks. This is a great workout. It's a great station. We need weight. Anything will do. The first thing we do is lay back and extend our arms, lock them over your chin. Weight over chin. Now we're going to power up. We're going to crunch and stay there. My upper shoulders are off the ground. My nose is directly looking up to the weight. Flutter kick. 1, 1, 2, 2 on your way to 100 total on each side. When you rest, weight goes down, head goes down, feet go down. When you're ready to start again, lay flat, power up crunch, stay there now, and flutter kick. When you power up, you trigger your upper core. When you flutter kick, you trigger your lower core and down into your hip flexors. So a good stretch before you do that station. Hip flexor stretch, stay tall, push from here, and stretch out that down leg, that hip flexor. You can also do that as you're resting in between power up reps on your way to 150. Remember, both sides. 1, 1, 2, 2. Then we've got 100 skull grip rows. We like to hold something that's big enough like a basketball. It doesn't need to have weight to it, but that would be great. We want to be able to squeeze it with our fingers, but not be able to wrap it and close our wrists. So we don't want to hold a tennis ball. We want to hold more of a volleyball minimum. If you've got some weight, we're really going to trigger our forearms and grip while we do our upper back, our back. So I'm going to hold this on the outside edges. Now I'm not going to get under it. I'm going to get on the sides, which makes it really tough. So now I've got a skull grip, and I'm going to pull. And even a few repetitions is really tough in my fingers, my grip, and my forearms. So as I'm trying to get myself to 100, it'll be one hell of a challenge. Now, we want to make sure we're in a good hinge position, slight bend in the knees, big fold at the waist, and you can see I've got a nice tall set of shoulders here. As opposed to like a rainbow in my back, it's more of an upward ramp. So I'm going to keep my chin up and pull. You can have your nose down, but make sure you don't cave in. Just keep your shoulders back and pull to your heart. On our way to 100 reps. After you get through those 5 volume stations, consider station segment 2, 5 to 10 minutes, 5 minutes minimum. Hit a stopwatch. There's no watch involved until now. The volume can take as long as it needs to get through all 5 stations. Remember now, don't move on to another station until you complete the one you're at. That's the point to volume. A lot of repetition, attacking one muscle group so we can get good development into that muscle. The second segment is just conditioning, let it all out. Let's do 5 minutes minimum jumping jacks, high knees, and burpees. So maybe we're just going to go jumping jacks and high knees to start. Jumping jacks and high knees to start. And then we're going to start to mix in some burpees when we're ready. We're gonna go down, but we gotta do a full burpee now, hit the deck. Everything touches the ground except for your chin. Down, push back, return. Maybe one more. Down, push back, return. Back to my high knees at jumping jacks. Drop, push back, return. So we're gonna mix and match. It's gonna move. High knees, jumping jacks, burpees. Let's make sure we're on the same page and check the board together. There is a phone number and an email in the description of this workout. Reach out anytime with questions. If you want me to create something for a family member, I'll do that. Maybe a child who's wants to play sports or get ready, but they're not active right now, or maybe a child that's just a little bit sedentary these last couple of weeks. Reach out anytime. We've got our nutrition at the top, 5-station volume. You're not allowed to move on till you complete the one you're at, but you can go in any order. You can start at station 1, finish it, go to 4, finish it, 2, 5, 3, any order you want. But don't move on till you finish the one that you're at. Challenge yourself. Can you get to the number? If you're real good, can you go past the number? After that, a 5-minute minimum, maybe 10-minute max, just mix and match jumping jacks, high knees, and burpees. If you've got a jump rope and you want to do that only, pull it out, put some music on, rock out 5-10 minutes. Let me know how you do, send pictures and videos, and we will see you again tomorrow. Great day, enjoy the weather.